In the Skywalker Saga, there are over 380 characters, and each character, while most of them have been put into a class, whether this is a Jedi or a bounty hunter, each class provides something new, and in this video, I will be ranking each of these classes to my least favorite and to my most favorite. So without further ado, let's just hop straight into this video. So coming in as our last spot on the list, this will be the extra spot. This doesn't really add too much new gameplay wise, it's just a basic class. You have your hitting animations. There is no like special ability that comes with this class. The only thing you get are a bunch of cool characters. Don't get me wrong, this class has some of the coolest character designs in this game, but overall it's a very simple class and there isn't too much news, so that is why I'm putting extra as the last spot on the list. And let's get into the next spot, which will be number 9. This will be the hero class. This is again another basic class, but it does add 2 new features that are pretty solid. The first feature is the disguise feature. You can basically use stormtrooper armor to disguise yourself from the stormtroopers throughout your game. This can happen on several missions, and this can give your character a bunch of stealth and can overall allow you to get through the level without actually having to fight any of the stormtroopers. The other ability in this class will be the terminal ability, which what you can do is go toward the specific terminals, and it's just a kind of feature where you can open doors. If you upgrade the hero class, you can actually skip these terminals by holding square, so that's another good feature that the hero class has. Another thing is that if you upgrade the Rebel Heart ability, you can make it so that some enemies will drop additional hearts which you can collect throughout the game, which makes the hero class a solid class. However, it's not my go-to class, and overall it's solid, but it's going as our number 9 spot. So coming into our number 8 spot, this will be the astromech droid. The astromech droids such as R2-D2 are super useful throughout your experience in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. For one, they possess all of the attack features such as the ground pound. Alongside that, you have your base attacks, and another cool feature that the astromech droid does possess is the stun feature. If you don't know, by pressing your circle button or the block button, you can actually stun your enemy with the astromech droid. The part where the astromech droid becomes very useful is when you actually upgrade the astromech droid class. When you do upgrade the astromech droid, you can create a distraction which can basically project a hologram which other enemies will get distracted, which is a super awesome feature which not many people know you can actually do with the astromech droids. Another cool feature is that you can supercharge your shockwave ability, and this will make it so all nearby enemies will get stunned for a certain period of time. Another thing the astromech droid can do when upgraded is a droid barge. By pressing circle while moving, you can actually slide into enemies, causing additional damage. So overall, the astromech droid is a solid class. However, I feel like some of the later classes in this video have some absolutely insane abilities, which is why I'm putting the astromech droid as the number 8 spot. Moving on into our number 7 spot, this is going to go toward the protocol droids. This class is exceptional as it is used throughout the game, and even in free play, this class is commonly used as you need to use it for like basically all of the puzzles that are in this game. There's a bunch of need for the protocol droids, and overall this is a huge upgrade from the complete saga's original version of the protocol droid. So my biggest complaint with this droid is that it can't double jump. This is also with the astromech droids, they can't double jump, which makes platforming a little bit harder when you are using these classes. But overall, the upgrades for the protocol droids are actually pretty decent. One of these upgrades are the polished plating. This makes it so that there is a chance that bolts will get deflected from the armor of the droid. That is completely sick, and I believe this feature can only be used by the protocol droids, which does separate it from the other classes on this list. Another thing you can do when upgrading the class is that when you disassemble the protocol droid, you can actually release a shockwave which will damage nearby enemies. The protocol droid is a very useful class, however, it's not really the best for platforming, and a lot of this game has a bunch of platforming, so it's going into our number 7 spot. For the next spot on the list, this will be the scavenger class. This is one of the most unique classes in the game. You can use this class to glide. You can also use it to create these nets, which you can also use to platform. In my opinion, this class is one of the best platforming classes in the game, as it provides a bunch of unique assets that only the scavenger class can use. The only downside about the scavenger class, which is why it's being placed so low on the list, is the upgrades. Most of these upgrades only upgrade the abilities of the tools that you can use throughout the game, which for me isn't the most exciting set of skills to upgrade. However, this class has one of the least amount of characters in the game. There is only 11 characters in this class, so the uniqueness of the class is there. However, there isn't enough characters to make it separate itself from the others in the list. So I definitely do enjoy using this class, but overall it's decent. However, I'm putting this on the number 6 spot. So coming in as our number 5 spot, the middle spot is going to go toward the scoundrel class. This is, in this game, the run and gun class. This is definitely one of the most aggressive classes in the game, and this is more for players that like to rush their enemy, and it's definitely a solid class. One of the unique abilities that this class has is the slide ability. If you upgrade the combat slide by holding square, you can actually slide a fair amount of distance, and also you can use a charge shot ability that will basically charge your shot up so it can rebound off walls, and it can really spice up the gameplay, which is definitely a great feature that the scoundrel has. Another thing that you can do is you can use piercing rounds that can actually breach through enemy cover, which does give this class another unique ability. Overall, if you're looking for a run and gun class in this game, then I definitely recommend the scoundrel. The reason why I'm placing this as the number 5 spot is that some of the later classes have just better characters that can do more damage, but overall the scoundrel is a great class, and that's why I'm putting it as our middle spot, which is number 5. So heading into the top 4, the 4th spot on the list will be the Jedi class. This is the most balanced class in the game. You have all of the abilities a Jedi would have. You have the Force ability, which you can use to read people's mind. You can distract enemies, and also you can use the Force to move objects around the world of LEGO Star Wars. By far, the best thing about the Jedi class is the combat. The combat has evolved so much since the Complete Saga's original version. The Jedi class is overall a very fun and balanced class to use. Everything ranging from the force attacks and also the lightsaber combat, it just feels so fluid, and overall I'm going to be putting the Jedi class as the number 4 spot. So moving on into the top 3, the 3rd spot on the list is going to be the Dark Side class. The class itself is most like the Jedi class. Most of the abilities are exactly the same as the Jedi. However, the Dark Side has some very overpowered attack abilities. Some of the most notable ones are the Force Crush ability. What you can do is that by holding square, you can grab enemies with the Force and do damage over time. So it's basically a Force choke, and the other abilities are the Power Push, where by tapping circle, you can knock back enemies over a wider range, and the last ability will be the Dark Rise ability. If you hold circle, this will boost the power and capabilities of the Force Lift, so this will make lifting stuff a lot easier. And if you upgrade this, you can also throw stormtroopers around, and it's overall a very overpowered class, and it's a lot like the Jedi. However, in my opinion, the Dark Side just has a bunch of overpowered attacks, which is why I'm putting the Dark Side as the number 3rd spot on the list. So heading into the number 2 spot, this is going to go toward the villain class. This class is a lot like the hero class. However, what makes this class so special is the characters and their unique abilities. For example, the First Order Flame Trooper has a flamethrower. This is just overpowered, as you can one-tap enemies, and overall, this combined with the grenade that the villain class has just makes it such a unique class for combat and also for platforming. So I personally think that the villain class is up there as the number 2 spot. You can also increase the amount of ammo you have in your gun. Alongside this, you can also increase the amount of damage your grenade does, so you can actually increase the firepower that you have, which is a great upgrade that the villain class has. So overall, it's a definite top 2 spot in my opinion, and let's move on to our number 1 spot on the list. So heading into my favorite class in the Skywalker Saga, this class is going to go toward the Bounty Hunter class. Characters that have jetpacks such as Jango Fett and Boba Fett make overall gameplay a lot more fluid, and I really enjoy how you can be a little bit creative in collecting kyber bricks in free play when you have the jetpack equipped. Even though only 2 characters in this class have a jetpack, the abilities themselves are just super good. The first ability you have is the enemy detector. This makes it so you can actually see enemies through walls, and this for me is a awesome ability as it's pretty unique, and having a feature where we can actually see enemies through walls in a LEGO game just feels so nice, and definitely one of the best abilities in this game. Another great ability is the scatter shot. This just makes it so instead of having only 2 bolts fired at once, you can have up to 4 bolts at the same time fired, and characters such as Jango Fett can go up to 8 bolts fired at the same time. The other overpowered ability in this class is the shock grenade. If you throw this grenade at the enemy, it will stun that enemy for a certain period of time. This can also completely remove the shield from the droidekas, and overall these abilities all make the Bounty Hunter class a very unique and awesome class to use whilst in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. And with that, those were my complete rankings of the classes inside of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. If you guys would like to see my rankings of the levels inside of the Skywalker Saga, on screen here is the screen which you can press and you can go check out my levels rankings. But anyways, that's it for the video. Until next time, take it easy and goodbye.